Hi everyone, a very good evening to all of you. I hope my audio and video is clear. Just let me know in the comment section so that we can have the class in a smooth and continuous manner. I welcome you all to the Finance Score Booster series wherein we do a few MCQs which are relevant from your exam point of view. Right? Okay. Good evening, Mr. Samosa. है ना? Okay, so before I begin, if you want to download this YouTube class PDF, you can do it from the Oliveboard app. Just go to the courses section. There's going to be a separate YouTube class PDFs folder. You can download it from here. So what are we going to cover in today's session? A few MCQs from finance, which is important for your RBI grade A and B both examination. It is important for both phase 1 as well as phase 2. Okay, and you need to take this class as a challenge. See how many questions you get right. Okay. All right, so first question we have over here, the yield to maturity on a bond represents what? Yield to maturity. The bond's annual coupon payment, the return if the bond is held until maturity, as assuming all coupons are reinvested, the difference between face value and market value, the interest rate paid by the issuer, or the real rate of return adjusted for inflation. What is the answer? A, B, C, D, or E? Give me the answer in the comment section. What is the answer? Ashish has given me B as the answer. Anybody else who would want to answer? The return if bond is held until maturity, assuming all coupons are reinvested. B. The correct answer is B. Absolutely correct. What is it? Yield to maturity. कि if this bond is held until maturity, for example, if the bond is say for 10 years, 10-year bond, 8-year bond, ऐसे ऐसे अलग अलग years के bond है. बट ऑब्वियसली यू कैन प्रीमेच्योरली ऑल्सो टेक आउट द मनी. है ना? मान लीजिए 5 साल का लॉक इन पीरियड होता है, 5 साल के बाद मे बी यू कैन विड्रॉ इट. तो यहाँ पे ये कह रहे हैं कि अगर पूरा आपने 10 साल के लिए रख लिया या फिर पूरे पूरे 8 साल के लिए आपने रख लिया, ठीक है, तो जो आपको उससे रिटर्न आता है, तो जो आपसे उसका रिटर्न आता है, द यील्ड दैट यू गेट टू मेच्योरिटी, मेच्योर होने पे जो आपको यील्ड मिलती है, अज्यूमिंग ऑल कूपन्स आर रीइन्वेस्टेड, दैट इज नोन एज योर यील्ड टू मेच्योरिटी. ठीक है. Second question. An increase in the cash reserve ratio by the Reserve Bank of India generally results in increase in liquidity in the banking system, decrease in lending capacity of commercial banks, uh, uh, increase in bank credit growth, rise in capital market investment, या फिर none of the above. What is the correct answer? What is the correct answer? यहाँ पे बोल रहे हैं कि जो आपका कैश रिजर्व रेशियो, देखो एक तो जो आपके नेट डिमांड एंड टाइम लाइबिलिटीज रहती हैं, नेट डिमांड एंड टाइम लाइबिलिटीज, एनडीटीएल, है ना? यानी कि कितना आपको डिपॉजिट्स आ रहे हैं. जो आपको डिपॉजिट्स आते हैं लोगों से, चाहे वो सेविंग डिपॉजिट्स है, चाहे वो टाइम डिपॉजिट्स हैं, है ना, एफडी वगैरह वाले डिपॉजिट्स होते हैं ना, तो वो हो जाते हैं बैंक की लाइबिलिटी, क्योंकि कभी ना कभी बैंक ने उसे वापस देना ही है. राइट. अब यहाँ पे इसका कुछ परसेंटेज हमें साइड पे रखना होता है. ठीक है. इन द फॉर्म ऑफ सीआरआर, इन द फॉर्म ऑफ एसएलआर. जो सीआरआर हम रखते हैं दैट शुड बी केप्ट विद आरबीआई, और जो एसएलआर हम रखते हैं दैट शुड बी केप्ट विद वन सेल्फ. क्यों रखते हैं ये सीआरआर ऑन अ साइड? ताकि कोई भी क्राइसिस हो, कोई क्राइसिस लाइक सिचुएशन हो, तो उसमें ये पैसा यूज हो जाए. ठीक है. तो वो हो गया सीआरआर एंड एसएलआर. दूसरी चीज, अब इसमें क्या है कि जो ये सीआरआर में पैसा आप साइड पे रख रहे हैं, दिस कैन नॉट बी यूटिलाइज्ड फॉर लेंडिंग. तो यहाँ पे क्या कह रहे हैं दैट इफ सीआरआर इज इंक्रीज्ड बाय द रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, अगर हमने सीआरआर बढ़ा दी, उससे क्या होगा कि मान लीजिए पहले वो 100 में से 10 रुपीज रखते थे सीआरआर, अब उनको से 30 रुपीज रखना पड़ेगा. तो दैट मीन्स नाउ दे विल हैव ओनली 70 रुपीज टू लेंड. है ना? तो इससे क्या है, जो लेंडिंग कैपेसिटी होती है वो कम हो जाती है कमर्शियल बैंक्स की. सो यू गाइस हैव गिवन मी बी एज द आंसर, व्हिच इज एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. डिक्रीज इन द लेंडिंग कैपेसिटी ऑफ कमर्शियल बैंक्स. ठीक है. उनके पास कम पैसा बचता है लेंड करने के लिए. है ना? Third question. As per SEBI's acceptance of the Kotak Committee on Corporate Governance 2018 recommendations, which of the following statement is incorrect? आपने क्या बताना है? जो incorrect statement out of these. ठीक है. फर्स्ट हो गया, टॉप 500 listed companies must have at least one independent woman director. B, the chairperson of the board must be a non-executive director and not related to MD or CEO. थर्ड हो गया रिस्क मैनेजमेंट कमिटी इज मैंडेटरी फॉर द टॉप 500 लिस्टेड कंपनीज. डी हो गया ऑडिट कमिटी मस्ट हैव एटलीस्ट 2/3 ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंट डायरेक्टर्स. ई हो गया एवरी लिस्टेड एंटिटी मस्ट हैव अ सेपरेट नॉमिनेशन एंड रेम्युनरेशन कमिटी चेयर्ड बाय द सीईओ. थर्ड क्वेश्चन बी. I'm getting the answer. Anybody else? Anybody else would like to answer? Ashish. And I don't know what's the name of the other person. Minato Prep. कोटक कमेटी ऑन कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस रिकमेंडेशंस में हमने इनकरेक्ट स्टेटमेंट बताना है, तो इनकरेक्ट स्टेटमेंट इज ई एंड नॉट बी. ठीक है, एवरी लिस्टेड एंटिटी मस्ट हैव अ सेपरेट नॉमिनेशन एंड रेम्युनरेशन कमेटी चेयर्ड बाय द सीईओ. ये नहीं है, ऐसी कोई रिक्वायरमेंट की जरूरत नहीं है फॉर द सीईओ टू चेयर द नॉमिनेशन एंड रेम्युनरेशन कमेटी. ठीक है, इट मस्ट बी चेयर्ड बाय एन इंडिपेंडेंट डायरेक्टर. बाकी सब ठीक है, ये रिकमेंडेशन स्ट्रेंथन कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस नॉर्म्स अंडर सेबी एलओडीआर रेगुलेशंस, ये बिल्कुल सही है. It required top 500 listed firms to have an independent woman director. ये भी बिल्कुल सही है. And separate roles of chairperson and MD CEO. It is also mandated a risk management committee and prescribed 2/3 independence in the audit committee. ये सब सही है, सिर्फ ये वाला गलत है. ऐसा कोई रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है कि सीईओ जाके चेयर करे नॉमिनेशन एंड रेम्युनरेशन कमेटी को. ठीक है. फोर्थ क्वेश्चन, चूज द करेक्ट among the following feature of the respective scheme. पहला है पीएम किसान. Under the scheme, financial benefit of rupees 6,000 per year is transferred in 3 equal 4 monthly installments. Pradhan Mantri Kisan Man Dhan Yojana, the scheme seeks to provide 5,000 monthly pension to the small and marginal farmers once they attain 60 years of age. Atal Pension Yojana, under the APY guaranteed minimum pension of rupees 5,000 per month will be given at the age of 60 years. 1, 2 and 3, 1 and 2 only, 1 only, 1 and 3 only, या फिर 2 only. What is the correct answer? फटाफट से बता दीजिए कमेंट सेक्शन में. 1 only, option C. 1 only, option C you are saying. The correct answer is C, absolutely correct. Pradhan Mantri Kisan Man Dhan Yojana. This seeks to provide rupees 3,000 monthly pension to small and marginal farmers once they attain 60 years of age. तो ये किसान मानधन है ना, किसान के लिए. Atal Pension Yojana, minimum pension 1,000, maximum 5,000 and it will be given the age of 60 years. ठीक है. Next, question number 5 to 7 are based on this paragraph. Development financial institutions, they are key players in supporting economic progress. Their main objective is to boost economic expansion through funding infrastructure developments. These institutions offer extended financial and technical aid across different sectors. DFIs supply technical assistance, including reports on projects, studies on their feasibility, and advisory services. By improving access to credit for infrastructure and housing projects, DFIs encourage more loans to be directed towards these critical areas. DFIs play a pivotal role in India by providing long term funding for key sectors, supporting economic growth, fostering industrial expansion, improving infrastructure, and helping develop small and medium sized businesses. Okay? So, we have fifth question over here. Consider the following institutions and identify which among them are development finance institutions. NABARD, SIDME, Exim Bank, IRDAI, NABFID. कौन से हैं इसमें से 1 2 and 3 ओनली, 1 2 3 5, 1 2 4 5, 1 3 4 ओनली, या फिर 2 3 4 and 5 ओनली? व्हाट इज द करेक्ट आंसर? जल्दी से गिव मी द करेक्ट आंसर. 1 2 3 and 5 option B. IRDAI is regulatory body, right? I don't know why do I feel I have done these questions in your class. So these questions looks, similar to me. Do you guys think I've taken these questions before? Or maybe some questions are being repeated, है ना? चलो ठीक है, कोई ना, let's continue. हाँ, so the correct answer is B over here, which is 1, 2, 3, and 5 only. 1, 2, 3, and 5 only. Why? Because IRDAI is only a regulatory body. Right? Absolutely correct. Sixth question. Given the need for a long term capital provider with a holistic sectoral mandate as opposed to the niche mandate of other DFIs, NAPFID was established as an infrastructure focused DFI through NAPFID Act 2021. The RBI accorded it an All India Financial Institution status in April 2023, June 2022, March 2022, November 23, December 2021. What is the correct answer for this question? Fatafat se give me the answer. June 2022. Sixth question, what is the answer? The correct answer is C, which is March 2022 and not June 2022. Okay, March 2022 is the correct answer. Okay. Next question. Which among the following development financial institutions in India were later converted into commercial or universal banks? IDB and ICICI, IIFCL and SIDBI, IFCI and Exim Bank, IIFCL and ICICI, or NHB and IDBI? Hanji, what is the correct answer? Were converted into commercial or universal banks. देखो universal banks का क्या मतलब हुआ? There are two types of banks, differential banks and एक हो गया universal banks. Differential banks का क्या मतलब हो गया? That you are not providing all banking services. You are not providing all banking services. आप कुछ कुछ banking services ही provide कर रहे हो. Universal banks का क्या मतलब है? जब when you provide all kinds of banking services. ठीक है? ठीक है, तो डीएफआई कौन से? डीएफआई डेवलपमेंटल फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस कौन कौन से इसमें से यूनिवर्सल बैंक्स में कन्वर्ट हुए? द आंसर इज ए, व्हिच इज आईडीबीआई एंड आईसीआईसीआई. एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट आशीष. ठीक है. Question 8 to 11 are based on alternative investment funds, which refer to privately pooled investment vehicles, जो क्या करते हैं? Collect funds from investors, Indian or foreign. फिर वो क्या करते हैं? Invest करते हैं in accordance with a defined investment policy to for benefit of their investors. जो alternative investment funds होते हैं, they are regulated by SEBI, Alternative Investment Fund Regulations 2012. They are called alternative because they differ from conventional investment options like shares, bonds, or mutual funds. Instead, they invest in non-traditional asset classes such as private equity, venture capital, hedge funds, real estate, infrastructure, distressed assets. AIFs can be established as trusts, companies, LLPs, or body corporates, but they must be registered with SEBI to operate legally. Angel funds are a specific subcategory of venture capital funds which themselves fall under AIFs as per SEBI AIF Regulations 2012, with the objective of improving ease of doing business, enhancing risk reduction, and providing operational clarity to angel funds. SEBI Alternative Investment Funds Regulations 2012 have been amended and notified on September 9, 2025 to prescribe the revised regulatory framework for angel funds. Question number 8 on board for you. Angel funds granted registration of the after the issuance of the circular shall A. accept investments from any retail investor subject to 25 lakh minimum, onboard and offer investment opportunities only to accredited investors, raise funds only from institutional investors, be permitted to have a maximum of 200 investors per fund, accept contributions from non-resident individuals without accreditation. क्या होगा इसका आंसर? What is going to be the answer for this question? Hanji, quickly tell me in the comment section what is the answer to this question. Ashish has given me B as the answer, which is absolutely correct. Okay? Onboard and offer investment opportunities only to accredited investors. Question number 9. According to the updated SEBI norms, an angel fund must declare its first close within what time frame from the date of SEBI communication, taking its PPM on record? 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, 18 months, or 24 months? According to updated SEBI norms. An angel fund must declare its first close within what time frame? Within 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, 18 months, or 24 months? The correct answer is C, which is 12 months. Okay, so under regulation 19D, clause 6 and SEBI circular, first close of an angel fund must be declared within 12 months from SEBI's communication knowledge acknowledging the private placement memorandum. If the fund fails to declare its first close within the period, it must refile the PPM with SEBI along with applicable fees. ठीक है? The rule ensures timely operationalization of registered angel funds. Question number 10. Angel funds registered on or before the circular's issuance date must implement the accredited investor mandate by which date? 1st April 26, 31st December 2025, 8th September 2026, 1st April 2027, or March 31, 2026. Angel funds registered on or before circular's issuance date. They must implement the accredited investor mandate by which date? Ashish has given me E as the answer, March 31, 2026, but the correct answer is C, September 8, 2026. ठीक है? So these existing angel funds, they are provided to transition, they're provided a transition window up to September 8, 2026. Question number 11. Under the revised framework, how are investments by angel funds to be made? Through multiple schemes launched for each investment, directly by the angel fund without launching separate schemes, only through co-investment platforms managed by venture capital firms, through portfolio management service route, via fund of funds structure under category 2 AIF. बताइए. E is not the correct answer. The answer is B, directly by angel fund without launching separate schemes. So SEBI circular specifies that angel funds, they shall make investments directly without launching schemes for each transaction. ठीक है? Accordingly, provisions applicable to an AIF scheme apply at the fund level for angel funds. The earlier requirement of filing term sheets with SEBI for every scheme is discontinued, though funds must maintain internal records of investors, but they do not need to, launch schemes for each and every transaction. ठीक है? Question number 12 to 14 depend on this paragraph. Risk refers to the potential for an investment to experience a loss or for an event to produce an unfavorable outcome due to uncertainty. It involves variability in returns, meaning that the actual returns may differ from expected returns. For example, buying stocks with the hope that their value will increase carries risk, as there is no guarantee that prices will rise, they might fall instead. है ना, तो volatility रहती है. Higher risk usually comes with the possibility of higher returns, while lower risk investments tend to offer more stable but lower returns. Effective risk management is crucial in mitigating potential losses and ensuring financial stability. ठीक है? 12th question. An activity which may give profits or result in loss may be called a risky proposition due to uncertainty or unpredictability of the activity of trade in the future. In light of this context, consider the following statements. Lower risk implies lower variability in net cash flow with lower upside and downside potential. Higher risk implies higher variability in net cash flow with higher upside and downside potential. Zero risk investments usually offer higher returns compared to other risky investments. Which of the above statements are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 1 only, or all 1, 2 and 3? A, 1 and 2 only. The correct answer is 1 and 2 only. Absolutely correct. So, lower risk implies lower variability in net cash flow with lower potential for both upside and downside. Statement 2 is also correct. Higher risk implies higher variability in net cash flow with greater potential for both profit and loss. Third statement is incorrect. Zero risk investments usually offer lower returns compared to risky investments due to absence of variability and potential loss. 13th question. Consider the following statements regarding the linkage between risk and return. A business with a large variation in net cash flow would be a business with higher risk. Lower variability in net cash flow implies higher risk due to unpredictable returns. Higher risk in a business implies both higher profit potential and higher loss possibilities. Which of the above statements are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 2 only, or all 1, 2 and 3? What is the correct answer? C, 1 and 3 only. C, which is absolutely correct. First is correct. Business with large variation in net cash flow would be considered a business with higher risk. Second is incorrect. Lower variability in net cash flow implies lower risk due to more predictable returns. है ना? Then higher risk implies both higher potential for profit and higher potential for loss. 14th question. Consider the following statements regarding interest rate risk. Gap or mismatch risk arises from holding assets and liabilities with different principal amounts, maturity dates, or repricing dates. Second, basis risk is the risk that the interest rates of different assets and liabilities may change by different amounts. Third, reinvestment risk refers to the uncertainty regarding the interest rate at which future cash flows can be reinvested. Which of the above statements are correct? 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 1 only, or all 1, 2 and 3? What is the correct answer? Question number 14. This is the last question for today. All 1, 2, 3, which is absolutely correct. All these statements are correct. Gap or mismatch risk arises from holding assets and liabilities with different principal amounts, maturity dates, or repricing dates. Statement 2 is correct. Basis risk is the risk that the interest rates of different assets and liabilities may change by different amounts. And reinvestment risk, uncertainty regarding the interest rate at which future cash flows can be reinvested. So, absolutely correct. ठीक है, so that is all from my side. We wanted to cover a few questions from your finance section. I'm going to come up with more sessions like this in a few days, so you can check it out, right? If you're preparing for phase 2, you can join this crash course. You'll get live ESI and FM classes. Very good, Ashish. You were consistent and you gave me all the answers, and very good to you. Okay, you're welcome. And if you guys want to join this crash course, you will get live classes, descriptive practice sessions, books, magazines, and all. So if you want, you can enroll now. So that is all from my side. If there's anyone new over here and you want to connect with me beyond these sessions, Mannat Educator is my Telegram handle. Okay, you can connect with me over here. All right. Thank you and have a good evening. Have a good weekend. Okay. Bye bye.